In a bustling city where dreams and despair intertwined, lived a young, beautiful girl named Maya. Her beauty was captivating, a rare blend of grace and charm that could silence a crowd. But beauty had not brought Maya the fortune she thought it would. Life had dealt her a cruel hand. She never felt lucky with men. They came and left, treating her as nothing more than a fleeting amusement. Her journey into prostitution was not one of choice but of survival. Yet, even in this line of work, she found herself overshadowed by others. Among them was a skinny, plain looking girl named Titi, whose luck seemed endless. Titi always attracted wealthier, more generous men, while Maya stood on the sidelines, questioning her fate. Maya often found herself staring at the stars, her heart heavy with envy and confusion. Why her? She would wonder. She was beautiful, intelligent, and poised. So, why did life treat her so unfairly? One evening, as Maya and Tita stood at their usual spot, a man in a sleek, expensive car pulled up. His presence commanded attention, and everyone held their breath, waiting to see who he would choose. To everyone's shock, he pointed at Maya. Maya's heart soared. For once, she felt seen. She walked towards the car, the envy of the others burning behind her. But just as she was about to step in, a loud voice stopped her. A man, rugged and imposing, appeared with a rod in hand. His eyes burned with determination as he called out to the man in the car. "Leave her alone," he commanded. The man in the car tried to reason with him, but the stranger's resolve was unshakable. Overwhelmed with fear, the man drove off, leaving Maya standing there, her joy quickly turning to anger. The stranger turns to Maya, his gaze piercing. "What are you doing with your life?" he asks, his voice heavy with disappointment. Maya, still fuming, retorted, "What does it look like? Who are you to judge me? You've ruined my night. Pay me for my losses and leave me alone." But the man stood firm. "I'm not here to pay you or condemn you. I'm here to remind you of who you really are." He began to speak, piling away her layers of hurt and insecurity. He pointed at her artificial hips, her heavy makeup, and her provocative clothes, not to shame her, but to show her how far she has strayed away from her true self. "You are more than this," he said gently. "You have gifts, talents, and a light within you that no one can dim. But you have buried it under this facade. You are like a prince walking on foot while servants ride on horses. You have forgotten your worth." Maya's anger melted into tears. His words struck a chord within her. For the first time, someone saw beyond her beauty and her choices. He saw her potential, her pain, and her promise. That night, Maya made a decision. She walked away from the street and never returned. The stranger, whose name she later learned was Dove, became a mentor and a guide. He helped her rediscover her gifts, her love for art, her talent for business, and her unwavering resilience. Maya's journey was not easy, but it was worth it. She started a small fashion business that grew into a thriving empire. She became an advocate for young girls, using her story to inspire others to value themselves. Years later, when she looked back at her life, Maya was filled with gratitude. The encounter with Dove had been her turning point, a divine intervention that reminded her of her worth. She was no longer the girl who envied others. She was a woman who knew her value and walked boldly in her purpose. And so, Maya's story became one of redemption and triumph, a testament to the power of self discovery and the courage to change.